But even you thought I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
you
So
didn't.
obviously I did something wrong.
You looked as if you had a major sense of humor, Fagan.
No.
Because just to put this in context for the
enjoyed
viewers, so that of course you had been going on for months about President Obama's birth certificate,
Right.
which was a bit of a red herring. Let's face it. There are more important issues to discuss
Well, except that if
in
you-
world politics than Obama's
other than the
birth
fact that you're not allowed
certificate.
to be president if there was.
But would you have asked that? I'm just curious. Would you have asked that question about the birth certificate of a white president?
Well, it depends where the person was born. I mean, nobody knew, and still, there are still many questions. You do understand that this is not something.
You're
that's
still
been
going on
exactly
about the
resolved.
birth of
No,
thing?
I'm not going on because I'm going on about China. I'm going on about lots of other things that are
But
really
was
hurting
that
the
was
United
that a
States.
red herring? Was that a distraction?
No, I think it was probably something that made me very popular. I mean, I was leading in every poll.
But it also made you a joke in many people's eyes.
I don't think so. I think it made me very popular. I think I became extremely popular, and that really launched me to the #1 position
But popular with whom?
with the people that vote.
So why didn't you then take it further?
Because I really felt that the Republicans could win. They could win easily. I thought Romney, and he's a good man. I thought he could do a good job, and I endorsed him. I then got back to building buildings all over the place, and frankly, he didn't do the job that we hoped he would do.
But so I'm going to move on to the next
Go
one.
ahead.
I'm just curious about this. So you didn't look as if you were laughing at the jokes, made at your expense. You took a comedian, or you thought of taking a comedian to court because he was being very disrespectful about your mother and the orangutan. Also part of the whole sort of birther debate. So you can't really take a joke. You seem to be quite thin-skinned. That's not great for politics, is it?
But I think I can take a joke. I mean, honestly, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, some people covered it accurately, some people didn't, but I really enjoyed it. In fact, when I left, people said, "How did you enjoy it?" I said, "I absolutely loved it." I mean, you had the President of the United States doing much of his speech about you. I'm saying, this is amazing. I loved it.
Free publicity.
I loved it. I actually loved it. So not.
So you're an
like, by the way,
egomaniac.
Perhaps that's a bigger problem. Okay, that could be a problem.
Okay. Now, you love calling a spade, and I just want to run a couple of your quotes past you, and what you think of them now. So about Edward Snowden, the man who's currently residing in Moscow airport.
Sure.
I think you tweeted last week, he is a traitor.
Absolutely.
And then you added, and there is still such a thing as an execution.
Well, what
Are you calling for his execution?
No. What you have in the old days, when the United States was a strong country, which it isn't right now, but if a person was a traitor, and if you could prove that person was a traitor, that person would be given the death penalty.
But are you saying that he should be given the death penalty?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's a traitor. Now,
but are you saying
the
he should be given the
mores
death
of our
penalty?
country have changed, and
Right.
our country is not a strong country like it was. And we deal with traitors a lot differently. Now we deal with traitors where sometimes a traitor becomes a hero. I say he's a traitor. He's made our life extremely difficult in terms of our relationships with other countries. I think
Has he
he's
then?
given away, I think he's, absolutely. I mean, you can't even deal with certain countries. We can't even deal with countries now because all of a sudden they've just learned that they're being spied upon. And they're spying on us. Do you have any question about them spying on us? So he is a traitor, in my book, 100%. He's given away a lot of secrets, and he's admitted that. And I would say you deal with him very harshly, absolutely.
So one more time, death for Snowden or not?
Well, I'd have to see what he's given away. But if he's given away top secret information and information that would be harmful to us, I would say absolutely, no question about it, because you'd stop other people from doing it.
Even though the majority of the American people, according to opinion polls, actually believe that he's not a traitor, he's a whistleblower, and they're very happy, including some of your friends in the Republican Party are very happy that he has shone a light on what they would regard as the unsolicited and unjustified intrusion of the American state in the lives of its individuals.
Right, and unfortunately, when you have terrorism, and I witnessed the World Trade Center and I witnessed other things, when you have terrorism, sometimes you do have to go fairly far, because I am a big fan of stopping terrorism at all costs. And I view him as an absolute traitor. I'd have to see what he gave when you asked me the other question, how far do you take that? I'd have to see the information that he gave. But Snowden, to me, is a traitor.
Okay.